Hey folks, this is Tom Wilburn with Beyond Belief. Just wanted to touch base. I thought about my last podcast about, movies and music and the influence music has on a movie. Well, what I've done is I've taken one of those movies, Excalibur, and I've gone ahead and I've tried to set up the piece to give you an indication of the impact that the movie can have. So what I'm going to do is we're going to break the commercial here real quick, and then we're going to go right into that piece. So, please just stand tight, and you're going to get something that's going to be worth listening to. All righty.
Do you have a small dent or a door ding in your vehicle that really irritates you? Hi folks, this is Tom Wilburn, the owner of The Dent Pro, providing paintless dent repair services for over 15 years. My service is mobile, and I come to you. Most repairs are typically less than your insurance deductible, and best of all, satisfaction's guaranteed. Check me out on the web, thedentpro.biz, or take a picture of that damage and text it to me to 757-310-8417. Visit thedentpro.biz.
Picture this scene. Arthur is basically given up. He's languishing, wondering what has happened to his realm. He sent his knights out in search of the Holy Grail, only to find nothing. He hasn't heard from them in years, and then all of a sudden, in front of him stands one of the knights. That would be Percival. Percival comes to Arthur. He tells Arthur that he's found the Holy Grail, and that he knows what must happen to save the country, and that is the king must come back. Arthur's looking at him. He's like a withered man, completely void of anything. He's given up. He's lost all hope. And that's when Percival looks at him with the grail in his hand, and he tells his king that he must drink from the grail, for the grail has what Arthur has lost. Arthur looks at Percival, looks at the grail, takes the grail, tries to. Percival helps him, and then Arthur proceeds to drink from the grail. And as he drinks, you can see his eyes are no longer muddled. He realizes what must be done. He screams out to gather the knights. They suit up, and they ride out from the castle in search of Mordred. And as soon as they ride out the gate, this is what you hear. Find Arthur and the knights riding through the countryside through that music, and what was dead, empty fields are now alive with flowers, trees, the birds are out. It's like life has been reborn again, all because the king was lost, and then he had found himself. And that is just one example of what music can do to a movie. Thank you. Well, I'd just like to let everybody know that the music that was used to illustrate that was actually played in the movie Excalibur, and it was O Fortuna, and I believe it's in the opera Carmen. I'd also like to thank Robert Plant again for the intro and the signing off music of this podcast of Beyond Belief. I'm your host, Tom Wilburn, and thank you for listening. And if you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to give them to me. I look forward to it, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, day, or whatever time of the day it is for you. I hope the rest of it's fantastic. Thank you for listening.